other invited guests.
It's a continuation of the investigative hearing of the House of Representatives into the circumstances surrounding the disappearance, reappearance, reinstatement and promotion of the former chairman of the Task Force on Pension Reforms, Abdul Rashid Maina. It's a full house with federal ministers and heads of government agencies in attendance. The permanent secretary of the Ministry of Interior, who was not present at the last proceedings, speaks on the letter allegedly reinstating Mr. Maina. The head of service, however, disagrees with his position.
The constitutional body that is mandated by Constitution to only appoint, discipline, and promote issued a letter to whoever they want to issue to release to that person. To me, to the commission, they have already reinstated him. Whether that letter is given to him or not, he's being reinstated. If that letter is withheld with somebody, that person must have a reason for withholding that letter, but not that reinstatement is not cancelled.
Mr. Maina has not been reinstated into the civil service so far as the letter of reinstatement was never endorsed and delivered to him.
The issue of procedure is another point of contention.
So that letter given to Maina, as for me, permanent secretary, a copy was sent to me. In that copy sent to me, there was no any statement, wait for head of service to release or what. I don't know whether head of service was issued a letter to give him or not. A copy was sent to me for my information. As permanent secretary, I must act on that copy.
In this instance, Mr. Maina was never issued a posting instruction to Ministry of Interior. There are so many issues wrong with the process in which Mr. Maina was absorbed back into that ministry, sir.
Eventually, the permanent secretary takes this position.
I'm here to take responsibility. Whatever Interior has done wrongly in accordance with the way administrative matter has been taken to the end of this matter, because I cannot reject it. I'm the permanent secretary, head of admin, sir. I take responsibility for any administrative wrongdoing that the Interior has done as permanent secretary of that ministry.
Members of the committee are also interested in the steps being taken to unravel the mystery surrounding letters said to be from the Ministry of Justice.
When this controversy arose, I instructed the permanent secretary, taking into consideration my earlier KIV of a letter dated 5th October, that they should initiate process to now unravel what truly transpired, if indeed those letters have actually emanated from Federal Ministry of Justice, what indeed transpired.
When can we get a report from you concerning that process?
When it is concluded through bureaucratic process, but I assure you, I can ask them to expedite action over it.
The Minister of Finance is then invited to speak to the allegation that the former chairman has been receiving income from the federal government.
His salary was stopped in March 2013. That was the last payment we have to Mr. Maina, which was for the month of February, paid in arrears. We've checked our reinstatement reports, we've searched all combinations of names with Maina, and we have no such record. So the only conclusion we can draw is that he is not receiving salary from the federal government as far as our records are aware.
Counsel to Mr. Maina fails to respond directly when told to respond to the position of the minister and is interrupted by the chairman, a step that drew this reaction.
You are saying no. Yes, you cannot be subpoenaed. How will you give everyone a chance to discuss and talk? And we are trying to be pushed into a corner. That was what happened in the Senate in 2012. And we will resist it. Give us chance, please. Give us chance to
Please. Give us chance. You have something to say?
Please, yes, we do.
Talk.
We do.
Talk. But hold on, please.
Let me be your oath, please. Let me be your oath.
No. Who are you?
Let me be your oath.
Hold on. Who? Please, are you the lawyer to Mr. Maina? Are you his lawyer?
I'm a member of the task team.
Sit down. Sit down.
Eventually, the lawyer is given a chance to speak, even though he does not counter the position of the minister. The committee says it has come to the end of its investigation. The next step will be for the lawmakers to come up with their report and recommendations. Lanre Lasese, Channels Television News.